Hi guys, how are you doing today? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's been a minute, it's been a while. So I took a break, I went on a much needed break.
So I saw a post on LinkedIn and it erupted a lot of reactions from certain or different people. It says that not everybody at the workplace wants to be your friend. Do your work, get paid, and go home. And this particular post erupted a lot of reactions from people saying, oh no, that's very wrong. You have to make friends at work. That's very wrong. You meet your family members at work. Your colleagues are your family. Da 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 da. While that's quite right in some instance, it is not. In fact, from experience, what I have noticed is that people really do not want to be your friend because you work together. They want to be your friend because they like your personality, they like you. That's why they want to be your friend. So when somebody says that not everyone at the workplace wants to be your friend, that person is absolutely correct. 100% correct. Because it is not everybody that likes you. And as such, it is not everybody that will want to be your friend. The same way, it is not everybody that you like. And it's not everybody that you will like to befriend you. So it's simple. As far as I'm concerned, this is a very, very accurate post. Do not go and be forming friendship. Like, don't go and be forming friendship for real. Do not go and do that. It's the workplace. You need to really be very analytical. You need to use your what's it called? I don't know the English to use, but you need to be very analytical. You need to be able to read your colleagues. You need to be able to understand their pattern. There are colleagues that will naturally want to be your friend. And there are people that would not want to be your friend, and that does not make them bad people. Like I say that all the time, it doesn't make them bad. They don't just want to be your friend, maybe because you're not the type of person that they like in their circle, and it's totally fine. But where I draw the line for such things is when you're not cordial or cautious or respectful, to those people. That's where I draw the line.
How do you properly navigate the workplace with relationships? I mean, relationships are very, very important. Workplace relationships are very, very dicey, like very, very dicey. Trust me, I've been there for a long time. And I can tell you this for a fact. There are certain people that would want to be your friend. There are certain people that would want to be your friend. So be friends with those people. But there are also certain people that you need to befriend, to get to where you want to go in the workplace. But then I do not now subscribe to this eye service thingy. I'm so sorry. It's one of the skills I have never learned, and I don't think I will learn it. Maybe for my own peace of mind or whatever. I've never learned how to be an eye service person. It was never me. In fact, in one of the jobs I had, I think previous job I had before this one, I think one of the things that made me fail at that job is the fact that I didn't know how to, leak ass, so to speak. And because of that, I think for a reason, I just didn't fit in because I just couldn't, do some certain things, just because I need to be noticed. I feel that maybe my handwork should be enough, to get me noticed. Does your job involve you communicating with people? Does it really put you at the center of maybe like stakeholder engagement where you need to talk to different people, even people that you have not met? So you need to put your social skill on point. Yeah, like your social cap must be on all the time because you have to be extremely friendly to be able to even penetrate people that are not friendly at all. Because what you do is at the core of people. You need to be able to speak to everybody. You need to be able to get them to listen to you, get them to want to talk to you even when they don't want to talk to you. So it is important for you to be very social if that's the kind of job that you do. But if necessarily you do not have to talk people to get your job done, you necessarily do not have to be friendly with people. Now, I don't mean that be hostile. I don't mean that be disrespectful. Just be cordial. You don't have to be, unnecessarily friendly with people. Be cautious and cordial when you have to interact with people. There's some people that when you reach out to them, when you communicate with them, they will like your energy and they will, want to be your friend. They'll just key in and you guys will just click. You guys will just vibe. But there are people that they have a very big wall in front of them. You can't penetrate that wall. And maybe for some reason, or maybe whatever reason, maybe they are not friendly people. It's possible. Maybe they don't really like people. Some people don't like too much people. Like, I don't know how to put that. You get, so it's okay. All you need to do is identify the person that you want to be friends with. You can be friends with people at work, it's fine. But read the other person. Understand if this person wants to be friends with you or not. Not just go and be forming friendship with some people. I've had people, call me out and say, "Oh, we are not friends, we are colleagues." I've had people say that to me. Like, "Oh, I noticed that the way we interact or the way we communicate, you are a bit too friendly with me, and I do not like that." And I'm like, "Oh, okay. So I thought we were friends." So I've had that in the past, and it's something I had to unlearn. Like, oh, you don't have to be excessively friendly with people. Be very cautious, be cordial, be approachable, especially because maybe what I presently do requires me communicating with a lot of people. And the fact that I also work from home, I've not seen you before. And most times I really do not like to go in with the text messages because they are very flat and unemotional, like very, very flat, like, so it's easy for somebody to read your text the wrong way, even if you didn't mean it that way. So I like to maybe place a call across, and if I'm not placing a call, I'm trying to maybe do icebreakers. "Oh, hello, good afternoon. How are you today? How's your day going?" Whatever, just to kind of break the ice and then get to know the person, because maybe I've not spoken to that person before. That's my first time of picking my phone to speak to them. And some people are very concerned. I mean, they are very peculiar about the way you address them. Don't see, especially in the workplace, the way you address people really, really matters. The way you address people in the workplace matters a lot.
On the other hand, there are people who you will meet at the workplace, and in fact, it will be as though they just born you. There are people you will meet in the workplace and you'll be wondering where they've been all your life. I mean, people who will literally become your family. People would be mean more to you than some of your family members mean to you. People who will be so important to you that you will not imagine being able to do anything without them in your entire life. And I mean it. So the workplace is, so it's really not a one cap fits all thing. Like, you can meet people in the workplace and you guys will gel, and you can meet people in the workplace and you guys will not gel. My organization is actually one of those few organizations that encourage people, encourage relationships, like very romantic relationships in the workplace. You can date your colleague, you can get married to your colleague, and both of you will retain your job. Some people met their soulmates in my office. They started dating and they are married. Some people meet the love of their lives in offices. Some people meet their best friends in offices. Some people meet their worst enemies in offices. Some people meet, like a father figure, mother figure, mentors, sponsors in the workplace. So it really depends on who you are as a person to even start with. What energy do you put out there? And are you able to read other people's energy too? Because you can't have like maybe a negative energy and expect people to be positively drawn to you. And at the same time, if you have a positive energy, you cannot expect, I don't know, if you have a positive energy, some people have this savior mentality thing that they have to save people. So maybe those kind of people would now tend to, draw people that have negative energy because they want to save them. But at the same time, you just need to understand, to properly navigate the workplace, you need to be able to read people. You need to be able to understand that this person that I want to be their friend, do they even want to be my friend? And if they don't want to be your friend, it's totally fine. You can be cordial with them, you can be cautious, and then life goes on. With such people, if you have them as colleagues, this thing that started this conversation really is for you. Just do your job, get paid, and go home. If you have such colleagues.
My advice for people in the workplace is you need to learn the people that you work with, and you also need to understand yourself. What is your main goal? What is your purpose? And what are your job roles? So let me start by saying that what do you do for your organization? You need to be sure that people are to you who they actually appear to be. Because the workplace, like I said, is a very dicey area. There are people that will like you, that want to be your friend naturally. If you like to be their friend, why not be their friends? But there are people that you may work closely together. You may do everything together. You may be in their WhatsApp inbox every second of the day because you have to collaborate, but they are not your friend. Do not mistake it. They are not your friends.
So, like I said, and I think I'm just gonna end it here, is if you are trying to be friends with somebody who is not giving you the green light, please read the signs and leave that person alone, and just have a cordial work relationship with them. And also, I wanted to mention, there are people who are very obnoxious, people who are very disrespectful. One of the things I do not like about some people is that I'm not trying to overdo. We need to work together and we need to respect each other. So if I'm in your DMs, on Teams, on Teams, or I'm just saying good morning, what's the update on this? And then you just respond with the updates and you don't say good morning back. That's actually very rude. Some people are very, very rude, very disrespectful, and they will come in with the guise of, oh, I've been very busy, oh, I did not even know. It's actually rude. I get it a lot. And people will try to be, nice. Not like they try to be nice, but people will try to be very cordial, get that a lot. Come on. The energy it took you to type that update, it can take you that energy to, also respond to the good morning. But when you go to emails with those kind of people, they will not respond like that to you in emails. Oh, they will say things like, oh, good morning. They will say it back. But you go and chat them on maybe Teams or whatever your organization use as, your channel of communication, and you see that they can be very disrespectful. But that shouldn't stop you. That's not your own cup of tea. Just go ahead, reach out to them, get whatever updates or whatever you need to get from them, and move on. It's as simple as that. But read the people that you want to be friends with. If they don't want to be friends with you, don't take it past that Monday to Friday. Don't be reaching out to them on the weekend and be asking them, oh, how did so go? If it's their birthdays, wish them happy birthday. If you can, it does if you even work closely together. But just watch it. Just watch it, because not everybody that wants to be your friend. It's not everybody that likes you. So don't let them go and use you to be scoring points. Be very cordial, be very respectful, be cordial, be respectful, be approachable, be friendly. It doesn't mean you want to be their friend. Yeah, be friendly, be approachable, be cordial, be nice, because it pays to be nice, right? And that's just it. That's just the end of my rant. So yes, not everybody in your workplace wants to be your friend. I said it again. And it is totally fine if they don't want to be your friends. You're like, how many billion of people on this planet? Please just do your job, be good at it, be cordial, ask for help when you need to, ask for help. Never ever be ashamed to ask for help. Get the help you need when you can get it, give it when you can also give it, and do your job with all the zeal and enthusiasm in the world. Do the best you can, and move on. Like, you really do not have to have friends at work, but if you can, if there are people whose energy, synchronizes with yours, why not? I mean, it's even better that way. You get a work buddy and a friend in one person. It's easier to kind of communicate your work frustrations to people like that. It's actually very easy. When you have friends at work, friends that can relate to the culture and the work environment, friend you can tell your problems to, like, and they will be able to understand because they are insiders. You get, it's easier that way as opposed to trying to explain processes that your friends who are not, who you guys don't work together, who may not really understand what your frustration is at that point in time. It kind of takes, too much, and sometimes just like, don't bother. It's easier to have friends at work. I have friends at work. I have very good friends at work, like very, very good friends. I have very, very good friends at work. So me, that I'm coming to tell you that if someone does not want to be your friend, don't bother yourself. I know what I'm saying. I know what I'm saying. No, don't bother yourself. Somebody who doesn't want to be your friend at work, just because you'll do what you have to do, and then yeah, move on. That's it. And with that, I've come to the end of my rant. I just said I saw this and let me, react to it. And since we've been off here for a while, let's talk about it so that we use this to open back the floor. I hope you guys missed me. Anyways, thank you so much, for subscribing. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate you. And I promise you more engaging and more interesting content. So help me God. Thank you so much, guys. Bye for now.